There are several theories on how they originated back in the 1800s, and while you may not be familiar with the Toby jug, they've been produced around the world ever since.
So the Toby jug, or Philpot, is a handcrafted character mug, typically a person seated drinking ale or the newer versions of famous busts. And what may have the only museum devoted to this collectible is in Evanston area, where more than 12,000 famous faces gaze at visitors.
My name is Kevin Pearson. I'm the curator of the American Toby Jug Museum. It's the largest private collection in the world. There's something like 12,000 different Toby jugs. When you walk in, you start off with seeing cases of early Toby jugs. Then, as you move through, it moves through the ages. So you've got 20th century Toby jugs there, 19th century, 18th century, and then a very few 17th century that started. The most expensive one we had here was sold for $25,000. Generally, they're between $100 and $300. Whoever was popular at the time was featured as a Toby jug.
If you've never heard of Toby jugs, you're not alone. Today it seems to be forgotten art. The American Toby Jug Museum, located in Evanston, Illinois, aims to remind us of just how special this art form is.
Toby jug is a drinking vehicle that originates in the 1780s from England. It was used to pour beer out of, not to drink out of, as everyone thinks. So that comes off and you pour the beer in that way. Now, since then, they've been produced with the idea of drinking tankards. Now, drinking flagons were their secondary use. They were mainly used to portray characters from history, but very quickly their use became ornamental.
But how did Toby jugs get their name? And who the heck is this Toby bloke?
In the 1780s in England, there was a character called Toby Philpot. He was known as an international wit. He wrote songs, he wrote books, etc. When he died, there was a song written, This Brown Jug, and it talks about his soul going into a brown jug. So that's where the reference to Toby jugs came from. Toby Philpot for Toby jugs. They were made of all sorts of characters. There were women as well as men. So there was a connection with beer, drinking, and basically acted as a warning against drinking, dangers of drinking. They had rough-faced, you don't want to look like this guy, warts and all, but people liked it and they collected them. And so the first Toby jugs collections, I think it's about 1820 was the first major collection that hit the market. They started introducing well-known characters, just about 1800 onwards. It was copied across Europe, but the essential figure, which was the main character, stayed the same. The jovial spirit, mine host, the landlord.
What started as a dire warning quickly evolved into a prized collectible. And it may be hard to believe, but these seemingly simple jugs pushed the cultural envelope, trolling the powerful, challenging cultural norms.
There's one called Drunken Sal. She's described as a small, portly lady. And of course, at that time, it was at the height of eroticism was to show an ankle. And the ankle was a sculpted nude full figure, if you look closely at it.
How did Kevin fall in love with Toby jugs in the first place? Enough to curate a museum, to write 3 books and publish 10. Enough to create his own Toby jugs?
Well, it's an interesting story.
We would expect nothing less, Kevin.
What had happened was I bought 60 Toby jugs, and I thought to myself, what a bargain. 60 Toby jugs, £3 each. I'll sell these for double at the fair. So I went to the fair, put them out on display, and boom, 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 they started selling. And I was thinking, well, I've done pretty well here, doubled up. Then I went out in the fair, wandered around, saw the Toby jugs that I'd sold, selling for 3, 4, 5 times the price that I had originally paid for them. So I felt fairly sick. Then I started doing a bit more research on the prices, and from here I met Steve, the person who was most interested in Toby jugs, and is the person very much who set this museum up. I then joined him about 20 years ago and kept on working with him and building with him. He passed away about 4 or 5 years ago, and this is the remnant of his collection.
But next spring, this decades-long venture will be shutting down. And so, the American Toby Jug Museum is looking to sell off its nearly 12,000 jug collection. While the museum will soon be closing, that jovial Toby Jug spirit will live on.
At the moment, we are open 1 day a week. There's a full gauntlet and the full range is available. Please come along and view and see, and if you're so inclined, buy one from the collection.
All right, the American Toby Jug Museum is at 910 Chicago Avenue in Evanston. There's phone number, social media handles, and the website. Now, strangely enough, I've seen these things before. I just never knew that they were called Toby Jugs.
Yeah, we had some growing up too, and we had some really creepy ones. They're European, so I didn't know actually. I had heard Philpott before. I had not heard Toby Jugs before.
Oh, okay.
So.
And now they're going away, so I can go get you one.
Yeah. Go check it out before it closes up.
Yep.